Oh, there's a train. Hello everyone, today I thought I'd sit down and talk to you guys about my freshers experience, because if you didn't know, I moved to uni a couple of weeks ago and I've literally just finished my freshers week, so I thought I'd just talk to you guys about my experience, you know, what it was like moving in, making friends, going to lectures, things like that. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into the video. So I actually moved into my accommodation a week before uni started, and if you do have the opportunity to do that, it's definitely something I'd recommend, because it gave me more chance to not only get to know one of my flatmates who also moved in early, but also to get to know the city better, you know, find out like shortcuts to uni, things like that. And it just made me feel a lot more comfortable, so that when it did come to going to uni and things like that, I felt a lot more settled. So as I say, it is something I'd recommend doing. Along the lines of moving in, I'm going to talk about like making friends and things. So I wasn't really sure how it would go in my flat, because most flats in the kind of accommodation I'm in are 6 or 8, and there's only 4 of us in here, but I get on really well with one of my flatmates, Chloe. We're like almost best mates after like a week, which is mad. And the other 2 girls are really nice as well, so actually moving in really wasn't as bad as I thought. I was proper nervous kind of leading up to it, but it was a lot less stressful than I thought it would be, and I think it's just a different experience obviously than like living at home, but it's something you adapt to quite easily because everyone else is in the same boat as you, so it's not too bad making friends. Along with that, there is other ways to make friends, so I also have made some friends on my course, and that's kind of a straightforward one, you know, you're going to the same lectures and things. Even doing something like meeting up before a lecture to go in together is a really like easy way to kind of make friends and get to know people on your course. Also, if you have the chance, just go out with them for a night. We all went to Spoons to get to know each other. Like there's lots of different ways to get to know people at uni. There's so many people, like you should definitely find some people that you like kind of click with, if that makes sense. I'm going to touch on this later as well in more detail, but another way to make friends is joining societies or sports, because obviously that's like a shared interest you have, so that's something you have in common with someone, so that isn't another easy way to make friends. But yeah, overall, like I've been quite surprised at how smooth kind of freshers week has gone. So I didn't really think it would be that easy to find like good mates that I proper clicked with and felt comfortable with this early on, but as I say, it has gone really well. Moving in went really well, my lectures have gone well, like it's really not that bad. That's why I'm kind of making this video, so if you're watching this in like a year and you're in my shoes, hopefully it'll reassure you it's not as scary as it seems. So moving on from friends is your lectures and actual classes. So during Freshers Week I still had a few lectures. They weren't really like proper ones, they were just kind of introductory ones, like introductions to the school or the course, things like that. However, in my subject we did get set our first project, which a lot of other people doing different subjects didn't get set as much work, so we've already been set like a 30-page project in for next week. So there's already a lot of work, but I was kind of expecting that because obviously it's uni. It is a step up from A-levels, even though some people say it is easier. I'm not sure I agree because there's a much higher workload, but in terms of actual lectures and lecturers, they're all really nice. I think, yeah, I won't have any problems with them throughout the year. They're all really approachable, they're really good at their jobs, which is always good. And also, you know, having studio time, getting to meet my other kind of course mates is really nice, because there's about 50 of us, which is actually quite big for classes in kind of art related subjects, I think, but it's been quite easy to get to know everyone and make friends on my course as well. So overall the course is going really well. From what I've done so far, I'm really enjoying it, which is always a good sign. So yeah, now I'm going to move on to the other side of freshers, which is of course things like parties and joining societies and things. So I'm going to start with societies and finish on parties. So in terms of societies and things, most unis, if not all of them, will have a freshers fair, and that is where you can find the majority of societies and sports groups. And even if you're not that interested in joining, I'd recommend going, because even if you don't find something you like, there is loads of freebies. That sounds really bad, but honestly, there's so much free stuff, it is worth going anyway. But not only that, I would really recommend finding some kind of society or sports club you'd be interested in joining, because that is another way to not only make new friends but also to spend your time at uni, because obviously you have like a lot less contact hours here, so you're not spending loads of time in classes and stuff like that, so you have more spare time to do things. So for that reason I would recommend at least joining like one society. So for instance, I've signed up to the Disney one, which, I mean, that's the self-explanatory one, and a 20-minute society, which is where you don't find out what you're doing until 20 minutes before. So I feel like I've got a good mix of one which obviously I know what to expect, and something else which is a bit different and probably something I wouldn't usually do. So I think Freshers is really the chance to kind of branch out and try different things. You can always sign up to quite a few societies, and then like after Freshers Week, after you've tried them, if you don't like them, you can quit them, if that makes sense. So I definitely try different things. That's like my biggest tip, and come into uni with an open mind and be willing to try new things. So finally, of course, I'm going to talk about actual parties, because Freshers Week, wherever you go, is just known for going out, getting drunk, all that sort of stuff. So coming to uni, that's like what I was expecting, everyone just to be out every night till like 4, getting absolutely hammered. But honestly, I want to say it's not like that, but it does vary. So I thought literally everyone would be out partying every night, but it is very mixed. Like obviously some people do go out every night, that suits them. Other people stay in a few nights a week and go out occasionally. Other people just don't go out, you know. It doesn't actually matter whether you go out or not, it's not that big a deal. Like I thought I'd be going out almost every night in Freshers. I only went out like 2 or 3 times, and I've still had a really good week. So if you're not a massive partier, or you're not like a massive drinker, it really doesn't matter if you don't go out. But obviously if you love to go out, then Freshers Week is like the week for you. Yeah, that was a big thing I wasn't really expecting, but actually even though it's Freshers Week, you don't really have to go out. There's no pressure to, you know. Half the time it's better to be in with your flatmates, just kind of drinking in your flat and getting to know each other. But that's a totally like up to you thing. It's down to your preferences and things. But I think that's everything I really had to touch on in this video. Obviously, if there's any other specific things you'd like to know about how I'm finding uni so far, let me know down below and I'll make other videos about them. I am also going to be doing my room tour at some point. It's just a bit of a tip at the moment, so I'm kind of waiting to do that one, but that is coming eventually, don't worry. But yeah, that's everything I have to say. I hope that you did enjoy this video and you found it helpful. If you did, you can give it a like down below and also subscribe, because I aim to make new videos every week. I'm not saying it happens, but I do try. But that is everything I have to say, so I will see you guys in another video.